Comment ça va? That means how you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. You probably don't recognize me with the hat on, but it's me, Dinu, and Space Rabbit's mini movie is finished. So, let's not waste more time with this jibber-jabber. Roll the film. That's your cue to press the play button, Daddy.
All right.
What is this guy's freaking problem?
Well, for starters, you stole his wallet and his girlfriend. Then you said really awful things about his mother. Not cool.
Have you met his mother?
It's his mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Looks like we'll be making an unexpected landing.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Peanut service will resume after this slight inconvenience.
Problem here?
No, not today. For the problem you're experiencing, I suggest that you contact the problems department. Okay, great, thanks, bye-bye.
You tell her we're coming in for a landing.
Look, lady, I apologize about this, but we're
a hard landing.
Yeah, ground control, it's gonna be
It's gonna be a crash landing.
It'd be nice to finish my sentence.
Also, tell her we have worms.
We're putting her down on runway 13.
No, absolutely not.
Don't know what to tell you, lady, but we're coming in hot.
Oh, you want to see hot?
Big Boom 2.2.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, dear God. Oh,
Lady, I'm quick and I'm crafty. In high school, they used to call me.
Watch out!
Yes! Nice shot, you psycho.
What?
Now, let's get this crashing part over with and we'll be out of your hair.
Oh, this can't be happening.
Oh, this is happening.
Oh boy! I secretly like Nickelback.
Well, that wasn't so bad. Well, that wasn't so bad. Hey. No getting sick on my ship. There's a barf bag right there.
No, I'm fine.
Well, just take one.
No, I'm good.
They're literally right within arm's reach.
Totally fine.
Right there.
I said I'm fine.
Great, then let's go grab some oysters.
Well, there you go. That's Space Rabbit's movie. What'd you think, Daddy?
Well, I found it unrealistic that Danny the Copilot doesn't like oysters.
He's a fictional character.
Has he ever even tried them?
He's not real.
I think you're missing the point. Also, how did the rabbit get his pilot's license? That's never explained.
Right.
And what happened to the worm?
He's dead. The ship exploded.
You know, bad guys in films like this don't die. They always come back at the end. Did you do any research at all on this?
Switching gears.
How convenient.
Why don't we talk about how I did this film? So, the filming of this mini movie was broken up into 3 parts. Number 1, filming stop motion inside in my little studio. Number 2, filming outside, mostly using the stunt spaceship and shooting this in slow motion. Number 3, filming the hero spaceship models on the green screen. Here I'm just taping up a background and I'm using my pizza pan for cinnamon buns because she has magnets in her feet so she can stand up on this thing. Now I don't have my room 100% blocked from sunlight, the windows, light still leaks through. So you can see a little bit of the light difference between the shots. And that kind of goes with the rough look of what I'm working with and the quirkiness of it also. But I'll show you how this can work against me in the technique that I'm using. So here I have two characters. This is known in film sometimes. It's sometimes called a two-shot. Now, I can usually animate a little smoother than I'm doing in this particular film, but this film doesn't really require smooth animation. It actually lends humor to the sequence if things are choppy and goofy. Back to the two-shot. So I'm no Ray Harryhausen, and I didn't feel confident in animating two characters at the same time, but quite a few years ago I was editing a movie that had a lot of car chases in it. The two main characters are filmed inside of the hero car, but sometimes one actor would give a great performance and the other actor was doing something that didn't work. Remember, these actors are not really in a car chase. They're sitting in a car that's on a process trailer, which is a vehicle or a trailer that's very low to the ground. And this way the actors don't have to drive, which would be dangerous.
Are you gonna get to the point?
Maybe. My problem was how to get the best performance from each actor. Getting them both doing the same thing was tricky. So I came up with this little thing that I called a split screen technique. Now, I'm sure I didn't come up with it. It was coming up with it for me. So like I said, I called it a split screen. But what is a split screen? Well, in some movies, a split screen is very obvious and you can see it and you can tell what they're doing, but this is different. What I call this kind of split screen is where you take two pieces of footage and you split it, and then you can retime one side of the footage or even use a different performance from a different take and sew the two pieces together so that it's basically an invisible visual effect. No one can really tell. Earlier, I said that the actors are not really in a car chase. They're riding around in a process trailer and the director is usually yelling at them with a megaphone. Hey, there's a cop car coming up on the left. Now this one actor turns his head to the left, but the other actor turns their head to the right. Then the director screams, no, your other left, and then they turn left. Well, what the split screen allows you to do is to cut the take in half, make a copy of the clip, then actually move the actor who looked the wrong way up in time until both actors react at the same exact time. This makes it feel more real. So I used this split screen technique so that I could just film one character at a time and focus on what that character was doing. Then in the edit, I split the screen with both takes, and then I can create a performance between the two figures. Now, like I said earlier, this kind of animation is rough and tumble. If I were trying to be super smooth and have perfect props instead of like a cardboard box that I painted, a project like this would go from taking a few weeks to several months or much longer. So earlier I said that my lighting is not 100% controlled, so I get flickers. This is caused by sunlight bleeding into the room. We don't usually notice subtle changes in sunlight, but the camera picks this up and when played back it can be really noticeable. I kind of like the retro vibe that this flickering gives, and for Space Rabbit it works just fine. However, for split screens you can see the light differences, but this little film is an action film and you can hide these kinds of things.
You might be able to fool some people, but not this guy.
Fred.
Red.
Once you decide on a look and a feel for your film, you want to stay pretty consistent with it. You may work on something for weeks and get bored with it, but the viewer will experience the film in minutes, so changes in the world that you establish would be confusing and would just seem to come out of the blue. Now, Craftsman uses Dragon Frame.
It's all an illusion.
And if you don't know who Craftsman is, then do yourself a favor and go check him out. He'll blow you away with his knowledge and humor.
It's a clean slate, all smooth and ready. But if it starts a little rough, then ride the waves till they steady.
But quietly, he'll quietly blow you away. Dragon Frame is a much more advanced system than I'm using right now, and I want to graduate up to that. But Tinu, what did you use to film Space Rabbit? Oh, right. I used Stop Motion Studio Pro. I only paid $5 for this app, but they also have a free version available for you to try out. It's pretty intuitive overall, but one day I'm gonna get me that Dragon Frame. So if you guys like, I can maybe try more film projects like this one in the future, and maybe as we learn together, we can step things up. Are you guys interested in more series like this? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But one cool thing that happened during this process was that I came up with another technique of doing the stop motion that gives me a smoother result with less work, but I need to run more tests on that before I embarrass myself in front of the whole internet.
I'd say that ship has sailed.
Now, I have some very talented friends who can do great character voices, and I bet if you ask some of your friends, you might be surprised at how many of them can do great voices too. My buddy Jonathan Seder did the voice of Space Rabbit. Jonathan is a visual artist and musician. Man, me and this guy go way back.
Yes, nice shot, you psycho. Now let's get this crashing part over with and we'll be out of your hair. It's gonna be a crash landing. Oh, this is happening.
And Erin Brennan Broussard did the voice of Cinnamon Buns. She's an actress, voice talent, and a radio personality down here in the South.
Nope, not today. For the problems that you are experiencing, I suggest that you contact the Problems Department. Problems Department. I don't know what to do.
Aaron J. Rome is a writer, film director, video game enthusiast, and illustrator. But AJ is also an amazing actor.
I should have never given up carbs. Who's gonna feed my cat? Oh, I secretly love Barbara Streisand. I secretly love Hot Pockets.
Sending this to you now.
And then this guy did the voice of the Intergalactic Hookworm.
That's some of my best work. I've studied a lot of monster movies.
I like the background on your headshot.
The photographer at JCPenney's talked me into that background. I'm not 100% convinced that I made the right decision there.
Now, getting a great voice performance is key, and the level of improv and inflection that a good actor can bring to a part is really hard to define. As the French say, they have a je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. But after that, the dialogue editing is the most important. Let's listen to an example.
You're literally right within arm's reach of you. Right there. Right there.
I wanted to show y'all this part because I want to take the words of you out of that. And the problem is that he's saying right within arm's reach of you. And when he says reach, if you cut out of you, it's gonna cut the end of the word off. So let's see how to fix that.
Right within arm's reach of
So cut it here, cut it,
of you. Right.
and cut it again.
Within arm's reach. Right there. Right there.
Now you can hear how the word reach is cut off.
Arm's reach. Arm's reach.
So what I'm going to do is look for another take where Jonathan said the word reach, but he didn't say the next word so quickly, so it finishes a little more.
Within arm's reach. Within arm's reach.
So this is a different take, and he finishes the word reach nice and clean. So let's cut that CH out and try adding it to the one that's getting cut off. That's the CH. Ch. Reach. Let's move it. And this piece right here is the part that is missing from the line that I want to complete. So let me select all of this and we'll move it up into the main track and change the color.
Within arm's reach.
Well, that doesn't work.
You have to give me like a half second to finesse it.
Reach. Within arm's reach.
Well, that's not too bad, but we can get it better.
Within arm's reach.
Move a little frame.
Within arm's reach. Within arm's reach.
So with everything else, the background music and the sound effects that's gonna be going on, that's gonna work.
Man, Tinu, I have no idea what you're doing.
Well, what I'm doing right here is actually cutting the space out between words so that his performance just moves faster and tighter. It makes it more exciting.
They're literally right within arm, right?
See, let's do the same thing here. Let's get rid of some of that extra space.
They're literally right within arm's reach. Right there. Right there.
So that's a little better.
Please don't tell me you do this for every line in the freaking movie.
Sometimes.
How slow can you go?
For how many freaking takes are you going to do?
Tinu, I'm gonna admit something.
Uh-oh.
I like when you made the little spaceships crash. The rest of the film, let's just say, room for improvement.
Thank you.
And that's putting it nicely. But spaceship crashing, I could watch that all day.
Well, I just so happened to have a bunch of outtakes of the spaceship crashes, and I put them together.
Oh yeah?
A little montage, and in honor of someone else who does a lot of takes, Mr. Stanley Kubrick, I'm giving it a little bit of a 2001 A Space Odyssey homage.
Newsflash, you know Stanley Kubrick.
Didn't do anything to my stomach at all.
Edit no music, no sound effects. Now this next part is a little risky because what I'm going to do is play most of the animation with no music, no sound effects, and no visual effects. And you'll see how it feels when it's being edited in rough. Now I'm cutting this down slightly just so that I don't kill you with boredom.
What is this guy's freaking problem?
Well, for starters, you stole his wallet and his girlfriend. Then you said really awful things about his mother. Not cool.
Mom!
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we'll be making an unexpected landing.
So you can see what a difference sound and music makes.
Don't know what to tell you, lady, but we're coming in hot!
Pay attention to this part because I'm going to play it back again in a second with all the music and visual effects and sound effects back in.
Boom, boom.
Oh, dear God!
Oh, you want to see hot?
Big Boom 2.2.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, dear God! Oh!
Lady, I'm quick and I'm crafty. In high school, they used to call me...
Watch out!
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. What can I say? You rule. Okay, let's wrap this thing up. So for the record, I filmed everything in this mini movie with an iPhone 11. This camera phone can shoot beautiful footage under certain conditions, but it does not shoot well in low light. It gets very noisy very quick. The plus to using this thing is that it's fast, it's portable, and it's tough. And I also always have it on me. Now on the next episode, I think...
Tinu, you doing another one of these?
Well, I have to talk more about the post-production.
What?
Editing, sound design, music, and visual effects.
Personally, I think you're kicking a dead horse.
You know what? Maybe you're right.
That's usually the case.
How about this? Let's call this series officially over. But I'll still do 2 more videos, but they will be standalone videos. One will cover editing and visual effects, and I'll use the visual effects from this film, and I'll do the same thing with the music and sound design. I think that sounds like a good plan. Okay, enough sitting around. All of you out there in the Craftiverse, go get your craft on.